Hi grade 10s, welcome back. Remember, we are still busy with the series of trigonometry. Last week or 2 weeks ago, we calculated a specific angle using SOHCAHTOA. Today we're going to calculate sides using the SOHCAHTOA as well. Okay, so the first thing I need to know, remember, it needs to be a right angle triangle. Over there the degrees is 40. Opposite my angle is my opposite, which is my x. I'm calculating my x. And then hypotenuse is going to be h over there. So which trigonometric ratio has the opposite and a hypotenuse? It will be obviously sine. Sine of what angle? Sine of 40 is equal to x over 20. So therefore sine of 40 is equal to opposite, which is x, over hypotenuse, which is 20. Now I have sine of 40 is equal to a fraction. What do I do over here? I always make that a fraction and I divide it by 1. Once I have a fraction is equal to a fraction, I use what is known as the LCD, and I'll write this on the side over there. The LCD is going to be equal to 1, and 20 is equal to 20. So firstly, remember, 20 divided by my denominator multiplied by my numerator. So 20 divided by 1 is 20 multiplied by my numerator. That is sine of 40 is equal to 20 divided by 20 is 1. 1 multiplied by my numerator, which is x over here. Okay, remember, I'm trying to calculate x over here. So, do I need to have that 1 over there? No, I don't. The only thing I type into my calculator is what is 20 multiplied by sine of 40, and that answer is equal to 12,86, and the unit of measurement, if it's centimeters, meters, or what have you, I will just say units over here. Okay, in this example I have the right angle triangle, 24 degrees, 7, and I have x over here. So firstly, opposite is a side that I don't need, right? Opposite, your 90 degrees will be your hypotenuse, and the last one will obviously be your A, which is your adjacent. What two do I have? I have 7 and I have x, which I'm looking for. So that is your adjacent over your hypotenuse, and there you can see adjacent and hypotenuse, which means I need to use the cos of my angle. And what is my angle? 24, and the ratio is 7 over x. Now what do I do over the cos 24? I make it a fraction. What is my LCD of 1 and x? It will be equal to x. So same concept, x divided by 1 is x, and x multiplied by my numerator. So cos of 24 is equal to x divided by x is 1. 1 multiplied by 7 is equal to 7. Now, very important, remember, I need to calculate x over here, which means I need to get rid of this cos 24. And the only way I get rid of that is if I divide it by cos 24. What I do on my left hand side, I need to do on my right hand side. So in order to get rid of this cos 24, I divide it by cos 24, and this 2 will divide out, and x divided by nothing over here will be equal to x. What I do on my left hand side, I need to do on my right hand side. So cos of 24. So x over here will be equal to, I type into my calculator, 7 divided by cos of 24, and I get the answer of 7,66 units. Remember, I round off to 2 decimal places if necessary. Okay, over here I'm looking for x once again. my angle is 35 and my opposite is 90 or 69. Opposite my right angle triangle is my hypotenuse, and because I have no dimension, I'm not going to use any trigonometric ratio that has hypotenuse in it. And obviously by process of elimination, this will be A because of adjacent. So what do I have? I have opposite over adjacent, and that trigonometric ratio is, do I see opposite over adjacent? Where I see it over there, meaning I'm going to use tan of my angle. So tan of my angle, which is equal to 35, is equal to opposite, which is 69, over adjacent, which is the side that I'm looking for. What do I do with this over here? I make it also into a fraction, and then I look at my LCD. LCD of x and 1, or 1 and x, is equal to x. That's the first thing you need to know. Okay, now I go back to grade 8, grade 9 work. LCD divided by denominator is x multiplied by my numerator, and that is tan 35. Remember, I put it in brackets because brackets mean to multiply, is equal to LCD, x divided by x is 1. 1 multiplied by my numerator is equal to 69. Now remember, I need to calculate x over here, meaning I need to get rid of my tan 35, and the only way to get rid of that is to divide it by tan of 35. Why do I divide it? Because tan 35 divided by tan 35 is going to be equal to 1. Right, so that 2 will basically divide out, and what do I have left? X is equal to what I do on my left hand side, I need to do on my right hand side, and that is tan of 35. Now what do I type into my calculator? This over here, 69 divided by tan of 35 will give me an answer of 98,54 units. Again, do not forget to round off to 2 decimal places. Okay, thank you very much, grade 10s. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel at GA Online Teaching. Until next time.